Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's check out what Nifty and Bank Nifty had in store for today's trading session and what will be the tomorrow's trade setup for Nifty and Bank Nifty. So friends, this is 50 minutes 5 minutes Nifty 50 chart in front of you, and today as you can see the first candle opened between the daily R1 and the CPR. So as per the first logic, if it does not break the R1, it has to come to the CPR, and you can see we got this trade here where you need to understand one thing. Now, how to identify the trade here? If the candle is taking a support at the previous day high, it's going up and it's not breaking, so somewhere down the line, you need to take a chance to either take a call or a put. Now you need to take a long position or a short position, but as you can see here, the candle did not cross the R1 properly and came down again. So in this case, if you want to actually trade on the breakout and the breakdown level, you need to understand one thing: any resistance or support line, the candle should cross that line and the next candle should go above it. Then you can understand that there is a breakout or a breakdown situation, but these candles need to sustain there. See the wicks becoming the wick of the candle is being created here, so hence there is no power for the candle to go up. So here R1 was a good resistance for the day and it came down. Our first target was previous day high, and when the previous day high was broken, our next target was CPR. We got two good trades in Nifty today, and if at all you needed a CPR reversal trade, you could also capture this trade, but the first target would be previous day high as well. So three trades technically in Nifty. Now for the day, now let's check out what Bank Nifty had stored for us for the today's session. Now as you can see the same kind of a setup in Bank Nifty as well. The first candle opened in between CPR and the first daily resistance of today. So technically, if the R1 is not broken, the candle has to come down to the CPR. So what happened in Bank Nifty was there was two rejections from the R1, and hence the candles came down, took a good support at previous day high initial in the first half of the day as well as in the second trading session as well, but it could not sustain those level and it came down to CPR again. So technically there were how many trades in Bank Nifty today? So here, first thing, previous month high, it took a very good support in the morning, went up. Now here, after the previous day high was basically a good support, you could actually take a trade for the first target of R1 with the SL of previous month high if broken. Now you got a first trade here in Bank Nifty. The second trade was basically from here when the candles did not break R1, it took a good resistance, came down for the support of previous day high. This was your second trade, and when previous day high was broken, your third trade was basically up until CPR. So basically, Bank Nifty had three good trades for us, and the CPR reversal was not a bit accurate because there was a previous month high at 43 300 nearby, so not a good trade, but it was kind of a scalp trade for just 5-10 points, or deep ITMs could fetch you your 20-30 points as well. So what's in store for Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow? Let's check out. So I'll just put the tomorrow's daily CPR, what it's gonna be and what it's gonna look like. So here, as you can see, a bit of a narrow CPR here tomorrow. So trend is possible, but you need to understand one thing: how you need to trade in Bank Nifty for tomorrow. What do you need to have in mind? You need to have first thing in mind is that Bank Nifty will be positive only about the top pivot. That's basically the level of, I just give you an approximate level, 43,330. Yes. So 43,330 you need to look out for Bank Nifty. If the candles are above 43,330, then only you can see positiveness in Bank Nifty. But if the candles break 43,300 and goes below 43,280, then you can see some kind of negativity in Bank Nifty. But there are kind of lot of resistances and support in Bank Nifty. If you can see, a previous week high is at 43,730 and monthly top pivot is at 42,800. So 42,800 will act as a very good support for Bank Nifty and also 43,300. But today Bank Nifty did breach the level of 43,300 nearby. So hence we can assume that tomorrow, if the market is in a negative mode, 42,800 will act as a very good support, and if the candles break 42,800, then we can see the next level at 42,580 nearby, which is the previous week low. Candles can go and touch there. Now you need to understand one thing: if the candles open tomorrow somewhere on the CPR, it is most likely to touch R1 or most likely to touch S1. And if the candles sustain R1 and R2, 50% of R1 and R2 will be your first target, and second target would be your R2. But if it does not break 43,730, then you can actually see candles coming down again to the CPR. Same thing at the bottom, if the candles open somewhere between CPR, goes down, takes a support but did not sustain the support, breaks it, goes to S2. 50% of S1 and S2 can also be your target. S2 second target, third target 42,800. If it does not break 42,800, it will come back to the CPR. So I'll tell you simple logic how you need to understand the trades for tomorrow here. So if the candles are sustaining above 43,300, look out for the strike price of 43,200 tomorrow and look out for long opportunity. So 43,200 call if the candles are sustaining above 43,300. Look out for call opportunities and you can trade for tomorrow. So CPR reversal or R1 and R2 between 50% can also be your target. R2 broken, previous week high broken, then you can expect R3 as your next support as well. But if the candles are sustaining below 43,300 technically, or 43,280 to be precise, look out for the strike price of 43,400 or 43,300 put to go short in Bank Nifty, because these can act as a very good support tomorrow or resistances as per the levels discussed. But technically, the market is positive above 43,300 and negative below 43,300. Pretty much clear. This is the main level for Bank Nifty to watch out for tomorrow: 43,300. Above 43,300, the market is positive, technically Bank Nifty. And 43,300, if the candle sustain below 43,300, Bank Nifty is in a negative mode for tomorrow. Now let's check out what are the monthly pivots and weekly pivots telling us in Bank Nifty. So let's check out that first here. In monthly pivot and weekly pivots, I will change it. I'll remove the daily pivots here and let's put weekly pivot first and weekly high and low. So as you can see here in Bank Nifty, what it has done today. Took a good resistance at R1, could not break, came down to weekly pivot. So you can understand here 43,200 nearby is a weekly pivot for Bank Nifty. So breaking this level also can further give us a good support at 43,000 nearby, which is the weekly central pivot line. But if that is not also sustained and it's broken, then our next target would be 42,800, which can act as a very good support. So you can understand here, technically Bank Nifty to go down, it has very good hurdles. It has to be very strong to go down because there are a lot of hurdles. One is basically the weekly CPR and the other one is the monthly CPR starting just below the weekly CPR. So basically to go down it has to have a good selling pressure, then only Bank Nifty will particularly give us a good downside movement. Now what is monthly pivot speaking? Monthly R1 is also, sorry, weekly R1 is also important, 43,400 level. Unless and until, I would suggest you, candles will not cross 43,730, there will be no trend in the market. It will just play in between this range, 43,730 and 43,200. But if Bank Nifty goes down, it has to break 42,581. After that, only you can see a good rally down or at the bottom side for this particular week only. Now, where are our monthly pivots? Let's check out that first as well before we move on to Nifty. So as you can see here, Bank Nifty is taking a very good support as at previous month high, but it has broken that, and most likely as per the monthly pivot, it is telling us that market will come nearby 40 to 800. It can come. It has already touched 40 to 800, went up somewhere nearby Friday session, 5th of May and 8th of May. It did not sustain 43 300 level, that was the previous month high, and it's trying to come down. But if it sustains this level, then probably we can see 44,176, that's R1. But usually what happens is 50% of R1 and CPR is also can act as a very good support and resistance for the candles. So technically here 43,482 is a very good resistance for the market Bank Nifty, and as you can get your answer here, why? So basically on, I'll just zoom in a bit. Maybe let's put 15 minutes time frame. That would be easier for you guys to actually check out the chart easily. So this is the monthly pivot we are seeing for Bank Nifty, and this particular black line 43,480 nearby is nothing but 50% of monthly R1 and CPR. And as you can see here, candles have taken a very good support on Tuesday, 2nd of May. It did break, went to previous week, like that's not a previous week high, that in that week that made a high and did not sustain, come down. But again, this is probably very much acting as a strong resistance even in today's trading session. So we need to understand this. 43,482 market goes up, then only we can see a rally, otherwise it will come down again and again. So as we talked about Bank Nifty 43,300, above 43,300 the market is positive, and below 43,300 market is negative. But you need to understand one thing here, let the candles break 43,482, then you can catch a good trend in the market. Otherwise the candles will just keep on taking resistance and support in between the lines, and you can scalp. You have the levels, you can scalp and make a good trading session for yourself. Now let's move on to Nifty. What's Nifty's tomorrow's CPR telling us, and how should we basically look at Nifty's chart for tomorrow and make our trade setup and a trade plan, as you would call. So here again in sorry, this is Bank Nifty again. So in Nifty again, there's a narrow CPR tomorrow, and you can see that previous week high, that is 18265 nearby, is nearby this bottom central pivot of the daily CPR. So you need to understand one thing here again, somewhere nearby 18 to 80. If the market is above 18 to 80, it's positive Nifty, because that's somewhere like the top daily pivot for tomorrow, and anything below 18 to 65 is negative for tomorrow's Nifty session. This is the daily CPR. So I'll just write it down on the screen so it will be easier for you to understand. So if the Nifty candles are sustaining above 18 to 80, we can see some positiveness in Nifty for tomorrow. But if the candles are sustaining below 18 to 50, then we can see some negativity in Nifty for tomorrow. But how do we need to play around in Nifty? You need to understand one thing. Same thing with the logics of CPR. For tomorrow, say for example, I'll just put down the daily CPR, what happened today, so you can have a understanding with tomorrow's CPR. So tomorrow's CPR is about today's CPR, so we can expect an up move, but you need to understand, you need to be sure when do you have to take the trade. So if the candles are opening somewhere above R1 and R2, expect R2 to be a resistance, but if R2 is broken on the top, that's 18400 nearby, you can expect R3 or 50% of R2 and R3. And if this level is not sustained, remember my words, if R3 is not sustained and 50% of R3 and R2 are not sustained, most likely candle can come down to CPR again. That can happen any time of the day if these levels are not basically sustained. Same thing at the bottom, if the candles open somewhere between S1 and S2 keeps on going down, previous month high, that's 1880, can act as a very good support, and if the candles don't sustain below that, it can come back to the CPR. S2 and S3 50% can also act as a very good support. S1, S2 50% can also act as a very good support. CPR and S1's 50% mark can also act as a very good support or a resistance for Nifty in tomorrow's trading session. You need to understand one thing here. Why did I say anything above 18 to 80, or it's basically positive in Nifty, and anything below 18 to 50 is negative? Because if the candles are sustaining above 18 to 80, you need to check out for opportunities in call or long side in the index. And if the index Nifty is sustaining below 18 to 50, then you need to check out opportunities for put options or basically short selling in Nifty. In tomorrow's trading sessions, you have the targets, you know what are the important levels, sorry, and hence you can come out with a very good trade tomorrow. Now let's check out what are the weekly and the monthly pivots in Nifty for tomorrow. So I'll just start with the weekly pivot first. Now, as you can see, your Nifty is above weekly R1. That's 18,200. So technically, 18,200 will act as a very good support in this week's trading session. So you need to understand that Nifty can bounce back from 18,200 level as well. And if 18,200 is not sustained, Nifty can come back to 1880 or come back in the CPR in this week's trading session. But technically, until 18,200 is not broken, Nifty is in a positive mode. Bank Nifty has already come down to the CPR. If it takes a very good support, it can shoot up again. If Nifty keeps on going on the upside, Bank Nifty will also try to support Nifty in this week's trading session. So by expiry, you need to understand one thing. Weekly R1 is important for Nifty to understand what will happen on Thursday. If this level is sustained, we can see an up move till expiry on Thursday. But if this level is not sustained on the upside, we can see a downside in the expiry in Nifty. Bank Nifty was on weekly pivot, so it can go anywhere. It can touch S1 or it can come again to R1. You never know. We'll check out in the next 2 days trading session. Now here you need to understand one more thing. Nifty has already touched monthly R1. Now when it's coming down, I would rather keep this point in my mind as well, apart from 18200. 18136. The reason is basically this can act as a support in maybe this week's trading session or in this month series as well, because it is the 50% of R1 and monthly CPR. So 18136 can act as a very good support. But if 18136 is broken in this month's series, May series of Nifty, you can expect Nifty to come down somewhere nearby 17,950 or 960. But until 18136 is not broken and 1880 is not broken properly and candles are not sustaining below that, we can see a very good up move in Nifty in the coming trading session. So Nifty is kind of, you can say, a bit of stronger index versus Bank Nifty. But if Nifty wants to go up, we can expect 18,470 nearby levels to come in this monthly series of Nifty. But if we understand the higher levels of weekly pivots for this particular week's trading session. Again, somewhere nearby 18,400 will act as a very good resistance, but if that is broken, we can expect Nifty going towards 18,500 as well. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you've understood the important levels of Nifty and Bank Nifty. How are we gonna set up the trade for tomorrow? We have levels in Nifty. I'll just tell you quickly. 18 to 80 is the level to watch out for positiveness. Like say for example, if candles of Nifty are sustaining above 18 to 80, look for the call opportunities. If candles are below 18 to 100 or 250, look out for short opportunities or put option opportunities in Nifty. Bank Nifty, as we discussed, the levels for tomorrow as per the CPR logic, if the candles are sustaining above somewhere nearby 43,300, you can expect or look out for opportunities on the call side of Bank Nifty or long side of Bank Nifty. But if the candles are sustaining below 43,250 or 43,200, you need to look out for short opportunities in Bank Nifty or trade in put options of Bank Nifty. But if the candles are coming towards the CPR from the top of the CPR, look out for put options as well. You know, CPR can be a very good support while the candles are coming down, and if the candles are taking very good support at the S1, S2, or S3 at the below, and it's running towards the CPR, you can actually take the call, and target candles will come back to the CPR, so you can actually take a call trade as well. So you need to use your brains. You have the levels, you need to scalp in between the levels, take your profits, do multiple trading, small profits, and you can have a good day in trading. So that's all for the guys. That's all for today, guys, and meet you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Please like and share, subscribe, and also comment on our video. Thank you so much.